How the fuck is everybody doing? I have been away for a little bit because I don't feel good. Munch has jumped down immediately. Get up on the bed. Get up on the fire. Tell you what. How's everybody doing? Look, Munch. Come here. Sit. Look, everybody, it's Munch. Alright. He wants in the worst way. Come on. Come here. Come here. Yeah. See, we got the Munchy here. Yeah. How's everybody doing? I got a lot of news. I've been putting it off for days because I haven't been feeling good, but I got a lot of news. So I went out and I bought some more weed. Got weed bush here. I bought an ounce of this. It's called blueberry smoothie. Yeah. Fuck, man, I got a lot. Let's just, I'm gonna take a hit, put this on. Let's put that out. And let's take a hit. And then let's get into it. Shall we? Let's do it. Get up here, Munch. Come on. Lay down. Lay down. Alright, there you go, buddy. Here, I'll show you where Munch is at. He's in my chair right now. Just chilling. Just kicking it. Isn't that right, Munch? Look up here, buddy. Look up here. Say hi. Say hi. What's up, man? You got goopers in your eyes. Alright, hold on. Alright, you got goopers in your eyes. Let's fix that really quick, because that's more important than news. Taking care of my buddy here. Alright. Puppy Pot and Chill 525. Man. Journalists shocked to realize that they are in a bubble chamber and that they have not been reporting the news. They've just been bouncing the news back and forth between each other. And they're finding out now that the truth is absolutely not what they've been reporting, and they are panicking bad. Because, well, they realize that they've been fucking up. I said a long time ago that Civil War is coming. It's around the corner. And Civil War, I believe, is defined as civilians fighting civilians. And if that's the case, we are in a civil war. Republican legislation bill to take away unemployment and other social services if found guilty of rioting. In other words, with all the closed caption CCTVs and people, holding up their phone, videotaping, and all of that, with that going on, if the police catch you, you lose all of those benefits. You might want to think about that before you go out and riot. I'm just saying. Democratic mayor refuses Trump's help. BLM and Antifa leftists occupy mayor's house. Now, I couldn't confirm that, but boy, what a good story that is if they actually kicked the mayor out of their own house. It was like, get out of here, we own this now. Got a blue tongue. That's what happens when you drink blue drink. Munch, go lay down. Let me see, got weed there. Yeah, there's an actual Democratic walk-away movement where Democrats are walking away from the Democratic side and joining the Republicans. You can look this up online. There is no walk-away movement from the Republicans, though. In other words, people are leaving the Democrats because the Democrats are fucking crazy. And they're joining the Republicans because the Republicans have shown to be, well, let's just say smarter than Democrats. People with signs that say anything about BLM and Antifa, the Democrats, and rioters will be cut off from social services. I said this already. Especially police 911 or emergency services. If you have a sign saying defund police, I think you lose all rights. If you're holding a sign that says defund police and some dude runs up and mugs you, you can't scream help police. You see what I mean? If you think that the police should be defunded, you lose that benefit, that use of services. You don't get the help that you would normally get. And here's the deal: if you defend yourself, you can go to jail. You know, we have all these castle laws where if they break into your house, you can shoot them to defend your life. But right now, don't do that, man, because you will go to jail. They ain't fucking around. It doesn't matter. White man, evil. Which means that you can't do anything. You're fucked. Good hit. Democrats actually made fun of the people of color and minorities during and after the protesters and the riots. They have to, because their plan is failing. The riots are backfiring. Trump is looking like he may sweep in and just take it all. Let me see here. Oh, yeah. Who said this? There was somebody that said that, oh my God, she can't even speak as Melania Trump got up to speak, and it was that dumb twat Bette Midler. Oh, I can't say cunt anymore, by the way, because when I say cunt, there's a chance that my, even on YouTube, there's a chance that it'll get pulled. So now I got to start using twat instead of cunt. So that twat Bette Midler tweeted, oh my God, she still can't speak English. Well, Bet, in all actuality, Melania speaks 6 languages. Alright, and I know this is hard for you, so I'll hold up my hand and fingers so you understand. Alright, Bet, that means she speaks this many... Munch, shut the fuck up. Get up on the bed. Get up on the fucking bed! Anyway, she said, that's 5 more than you, Bet. She speaks 5 more languages than you. Dude, get up on the bed. Thank you. You knew Adam was coming over, right? You knew this. Quit barking. Sorry about that. Anyway, Bette Midler, yes. She's dumb as fuck. Let's just leave it there. Portland Trump supporter walking down the street was executed by a BLM Antifa Democratic left rioter, left to die in the middle of the street. So now the riots have progressed to murder. We are in the Civil War. Democrats call for more protests and riots, backing the violence. It is a conflict that gets the attention. That's why they push the violent narrative. However, it's backfiring because, you know what? Come to find out, most people don't want riots in their neighborhood. Go figure. Through the DNC to through the RNC, the DNC was woke with the message, orange man, bad, white man, evil, street executions of white people is okay, we're fucked. The DNC, or the RNC, however, offers us hope. So it's up to you who you want to vote for. New York City subway woman was raped in broad daylight. Cops have their hands tied and crime is the only successful business. Looting and rioting are going through the roof, man. That business is taking off. Joe Biden can't even read the teleprompter to do a simple commercial. He fumbles and bumbles along and they take a million takes and he still gaps his way through the fucking speech. I mean, come on. He can't even make a commercial that sounds decent, and that's with him getting as many takes as needed to get it right, and he still can't. And then he had Kamala join the ticket. What the fuck? You know, that's not a winning party. That's a losing party. They don't want to win. There's been over 110 days of riots in Portland, but things are simmering down finally after hundreds of days of rioting because Trump sent the feds in, and the feds deputized the state and local police. So then the police and state were making arrests for the feds, and the feds are prosecuting. Well, as soon as they started doing that, guess what? Crime dropped. Amazing. Go figure. How about that? Let me see. I'm done with that one. I'm trying to rush through these because I got a lot here. Pelosi condemns Trump rally, but the protests are okay. In other words, don't go together and squish together for a Trump rally. Instead, go out, squish together for a protest. The rhetoric, it's just so ignorant. Let's see here. More about that. There's more of this. I was talking about how the Chinese got a hold of the coronavirus by welding people in, and people died, and they closed borders. And never mind. Fuck it. We've been through all that. Democrats now following Trump's lead, condemning the violence and riots. It's too little, too late. They wanted these riots. They wanted this. They got it. Now that it's out of hand and spiraling away from them, and it's looking more and more like Trump's going to get just a complete wipeout, now they're saying riots are bad. It's too late. And here's the deal. I mean, the politicians are taking their cues from like Twitter, Facebook, all these social media platforms. The problem is that there's only like 12% of America, 12% on these social media platforms. The rest of them don't use them. The rest of us don't use them. So that means that the politicians are taking their cues from like 1% of the population, the radicals. And that's scary when you think about it. They're not thinking about what the entirety needs, only what the radicals need. That's why we're on this path. That's why we're on this fucked up path. Normal people don't want this. I don't want to riot in my neighborhood. Do you? I don't. As Democrats flee democratic states and cities in the mass exodus, the question that keeps popping into my head is, why do rats abandon a ship? Because the ship is sinking. Just like the democratic states and cities are dying, their ship is sinking. Make no mistake, they are not fleeing the Chinese Wuhan virus. Nope. People stood through that. They were okay with that. We were going to make it through that. But the Democrats just couldn't do it. They had to keep pushing and taking and not doing what they're supposed to do. And they ran these cities and states into the fucking ground. Well, now they're leaving their cities, and they're going to blue areas, where it's Republican areas, well-run areas, smartly run areas, and they're bringing their stupid ideas. My only hope is perhaps they learn something and they're not going to vote so retardedly when they move. That's it. Man arrested in Portland for riots, and leftist violence cut loose with no repercussions a few days later, kills 2 people 2 weeks later, stabbing 2 innocent people. We arrest him, we let him go, he kills. Why? We had him arrested once. Those fucking Democratic politicians aren't fucking... They're not prosecuting, so they're just letting them back out on the streets, and then they go out and kill. I mean, why shouldn't they? They went out and beat the fuck out of somebody, and when they got put in jail, they were like, fuck it, you're good, we'll let you go. Well, at that point, yeah. I'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm king of the world, I can do whatever I want. Atlantic. Mainstream media outright lies about Trump saying that disabled military are losers. I'm not going to go into it anymore. They're just fucking liars. I'm tired of it. If you don't believe me, look it up. Trump didn't say they were losers. Simple. By the way, for all those that find it interesting, Joe Rogan moved from California to Texas, I believe. Because Cali, like I said, is fucking lost. Gone. It's a shithole state now. There's also like 4 other cities in different states that are going to lose their funding because they can't control the rioting. It's like New York, Chicago, Seattle, Detroit, maybe. I can't remember for sure. Look it up. Federal warrant states that BLM shooter stalked and executed a Trump supporter. This is the left hunting, stalking, tracking down, and then shooting and killing a Trump supporter. But it's the right that's crazy and shit. Not the left, not the ones shooting people. They're okay. It's the right, the ones who just bitch about it. Don't do anything. Good hit. For all the blathering, worthless lies from mainstream media, there is no hiding that a Democratic left extremist flat out executed a man just because he was a Trump supporter. Just because he liked another human being, he was shot. That's Trump derangement syndrome. That's the crazy left. Now calling the police, calling 911 against a black man is now racism. It's a racist if you call against a black, or actually probably any person of color if I think about it now. Victimization, man, it's big. It's big, you know. I use big words because I can. Same reason you don't. Pelosi. It's not my fault I got my hair done. It's the salon's fault for doing my hair. That fucking cunt. Twat. That twat. She needs to go away. She's a waste of space, breathing valuable air that could go to somebody else. People scream Trump doesn't believe in COVID. Didn't do enough. So he pushes hard. He gets results. And scientists, not him, scientists may have a vaccine. My problem is that it happened too fast. That's about it. In a couple of months we could have a vaccine, which is light speed and pharmaceutical time. But Kamala says she doesn't trust Trump's vaccine because apparently That dumb twat thinks that Trump was in a fucking lab mixing fucking chemicals to make a vaccine. God, she's dumb. I've been ragging on the Democratic left because they deserve it. With them losing their minds and turning into ignorant Trump derangement syndrome zombies, spouting stupid shit from their facial suckhole. Not much, that's why I'm always ragging on the left. I don't rag on the right that much because, let's face it, the right doesn't do anything. They're pulling down statues, they're fucking rioting, and what does the right do? Go, I don't like this. We should stop. Who's going to lead it? Who's going to stop us? Who's going to save us from this? Nobody? Okay, well, we'll just sit back and see what happens. And I swear to God, nothing gets done. Nothing. All they do is bitch and whine about this shit. They don't do anything to stop it. That's why you don't hear me bitch about the right so much. It's not that they just don't do anything, right? Good or bad. They're impotent. They don't do anything. With all the noise about political correctness, exclusion, inclusion, and all the other buzzwords that circle around racism that allows people of color to be racist against white people, but not white people, not the other way around. It's not called racism. As a matter of fact, here lately, the news prints a vicious fake news lie and then ceases to be attached to the lie, spreading racism. But it's still out there. Be quiet, Munch. Get up on the bed. Jerry's talking to Adam. Get up on the bed. I just got to share this. Research has shown. All right, now this isn't me. This is scientists. This is people with brains doing this, okay? Research has shown, research has shown that conservatives are the best looking political group. Now, it's not me saying this, like I said. I'm just reading what I find. And if you're a conservative, you're a good-looking motherfucker. Conservative. Smart. Good-looking. Not Nancy Pelosi, ugly and crazy as fuck. Alright, enough of that. If you're dating a Democrat and happy, you're lost with no hope. I'm sorry. Today is the 9/11 anniversary of when evil, ignorant people attacked us on our own terra firma. Then we went out to fucking chew gum and kick ass, and we were all out of gum. God, I love Duke Nukem. And those camel-humping troglodytes ran and hid in caves like stupid animals as we hunted them down one by one and maximally, permanently demoted them. They no longer take up space. They no longer breathe valuable air that can be used to sustain life of any other animal on the planet more deserving than them, which is pond scum. Done. Gone. Pull our troops out of everywhere. Bring them home. Yeah, people will scream that as soon as we leave, evil will rise again in those areas. Yeah, it probably will. I'm sorry to hear that. But here's the deal. There are a few countries that we've been occupying now for damn near 3 decades or over 3 decades, something like that. You'd have to look it up. If they haven't been able to watch and copy our forces so that they can defend themselves, I'm thinking they got more problems than just the bad people there. If you can't rise up to defend yourself, I don't know what to say. I think we're just going to have to roll the dice in those areas, let Darwin up to bat, and see what happens. We are not the world police. If we were, we should have, could have, would have. We should have, could have, would have gone into China to free all the humans in concentration camps that are being treated like cattle. Ooh, that was a good hit. And then we'd go stop the active human slave trade and the drug trade. And no, I don't mean pot, meth, heroin, all those, etc. Maybe legalize everything, you know? Once again, let Darwin up to bat and stop coddling the weak and the ignorant. We need to stop fucking ourselves. If you don't want to get hurt at a riot by anybody, cops, if you don't want to get arrested by cops, if you don't want to get beat up by cops, if you don't want to get beat up by BLM or Antifa, here's what you do. I figured it out. Don't go to the riot. I know. Crazy thinking. But as soon as you go to the riot, any riot, anything that happens to you is your own fault. Simple as that. So, if you don't want to get arrested, if you don't want to get beaten, don't go to riots. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Alright, man, that's it. I've been going for over 25 minutes. Munch is sitting here dying. I think he wants to go outside. Here, let's get Munch again. Munch. Good hit. Munch. How you doing, buddy? I know. Quit. Yuck. Thanks. Alright, get down. Thanks for getting in my face and sneezing. That was awesome. Sorry about that, everybody. Kind of all over the place there for a second. That's it, man. I can't think of anything else. I want everybody to be safe. Have a good day. Shout out to Stephen Eldridge and Eric Scanlon, Lisa Sonnentag, Elizabeth Wilson. Thank you guys. I love you guys. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Stay high, bitches.